Shabbat Shalom. The story is told of a rabbi who went to interview in a congregation. Before the rabbi got up to speak, the president of the synagogue pulled him aside and said, "Listen, Rabbi, if you're going to be talking about kashrut in your sermon, I'd sort of advise against it, since a number of our people really don't find any serious meaning in the laws of kashrut." The rabbi listened and said nothing. The president went on, he said, "Listen, and if you're also thinking about speaking about Shabbat and observing Shabbat, a lot of our people work on Shabbat." Again, the rabbi said nothing. The president went on and said, "And if you're thinking about speaking about God and theology, our people really are not all that interested in those kinds of talks." So this, the rabbi looked at the president and said, "Well, if I can't talk about kashrut, and I can't talk about Shabbat, and I can't talk about God, what should I talk about?" The president said, "Well, Judaism, of course." This Shabbat we read from Parshat Shmini. And in this portion, we find the most complete list of the laws of kashrut. The question I'd like to delve into with you is, how Jewish is kashrut? How relevant are the laws of kashrut for us? Let's keep in mind that the laws of kashrut are placed in the book of Leviticus because they are seen by the Torah as one of the ways that the people of Israel can attain the state of Kedusha. How can we become an Am Kadosh? How can we become a holy people? From taking something that comes from the most mundane elements of life and raising it up to a higher level. The terms that are used in the Torah reading are terms like tameh and tahor, impure and pure. These are terms that were meaningful and relevant in the times of the temple, when there was a physical understanding of that which is holy and that which is impure. Today, these terms do not speak to us quite as clearly. What's more is that kashrut has been more and more narrowly defined into the ritual aspects of how a cow, how an animal is slaughtered, what are the ingredients of a product, but the meaning of the institution seems to have fallen by the wayside in many instances. What I want to suggest is that we can rethink, we can reframe terms like tameh and tahor, what is impure and what is pure, in the ethical realm. And this is really the work of Hechsher Tzedek. Hechsher Tzedek is an effort by the conservative movement to try and create a separate symbol, a symbol that speaks to the ethics of kashrut in the fullest sense. It's not only how the animal is slaughtered. It's not only the ingredients that go into a product that should take our attention and become our focus. What Hechsher Tzedek is suggesting is that we need a complementary symbol that speaks to the ethics of how the food was created. Were the workers treated in an ethical manner? Were the animals treated with kindness and thoughtfulness? How well did we treat the environment in this process? And over the past few years, we have set standards. We're presently vetting those standards in beta tests around the country. And in the next few months, we will unveil this new symbol around the country. In this way, our hope is that we will reframe terms like tameh and tahor. And when people look at an item in a supermarket, they're going to want to be assured that the product that they hold in their hands is kosher in the full sense of the word, in a relevant way as well. And in this way, the voice of God that speaks to us and commands us to consider the food that we eat will be heard in the fullest way, not simply in Parshat Shmini, but in the ethical expanse of the entire Torah. In this way, we hope that people will think about kashrut as a Jewish practice that speaks to their lives, speaks to their ethical lives, speaks to what is tameh, what is impure, and what is pure, what is tahor. Shabbat Shalom.